Rescue-ACE is one of the most prolific decks post-Age of Overlord. With a very good new engine and good cards already released, this deck could very well be a meta contender. I have put this deck to the test at the first locals post-AGOV, and what can I say, it worked beautifully. So this is my first place post-AGOV undefeated Rescue-ACE deck profile. So let's start with the main deck. As I somewhat teased it in the intro, I played the Diabellstar Engine. I think it makes the deck so much more consistent, so much better in overall. And yeah, I was super happy with it. I think these cards are very good already, and I think they're only getting better with time. I've seen different variations on how much you play. I think that strongly depends on if you play the Synchro variant with Jet Synchron, which you'll see I didn't do. You could argue play the removal spell as well, at least in the side deck. I'll think about that. Only thing you have to think about is that these 6 cards here are 1-card starters. It just makes the deck incredibly consistent. But they're also not that great if drawn together. Continuing with the Rescue-ACE monsters, I played 1 Impulse and 1 Fire Engine. Still 1 Fire Engine, I think it's totally fine. Just having more engine in your deck won't kill you. 1 Impulse is totally enough in my opinion. Even though the card is just really, really good. Tributing it from hand or field is just really broken to special summon from deck. I think still playing 1, at least as a target for alert, at least for any situation, weird situation with a tower, is very mandatory. Then I only played 2 Preventer. I think you don't need more than that. 3 Airlifter, best card currently because it's a 1-card starter as well. Turbulence, probably you don't have to tell you anything about that. This is the heart of the deck and this is the soul. 2 Hydrant, you don't need 3 anymore. Then for the spells and traps, 3 Emergency, broken card. 1 HQ, also broken. Especially in a grind game scenario, this card is just unbelievable. Then I played 1 Rescue, I played 1 of each. 1 Rescue, 1 Alert, 1 Contain, 1, I don't know how it's called in English. And like the Imperm stuff and the Reinforce. I see a lot of people just not playing this. I think it's superb. It recycles your spells from grave. It also handles so many weird situations where they're kind of able to play around everything or they're playing into your board. And then it devolves into some weird beatstick war where this card just comes in clutch more often than not. Going to the non-engine of the deck, I played 1 Rhoda. It's another 1-card starter. Makes the deck go up to like 10 1-card starters. Called by the Grave. Still anti-Ash. This deck is very volatile towards getting ashed on Emergency, which is almost as bad as getting ashed on Branded Fusion in my opinion. 1 Tactics, it'll make sense with the 3 next cards. I played 3 Crossout. Like I just mentioned, this deck is pretty volatile towards getting hand trapped, so you want to play around that as much as possible. I also played 3 Ash and 3 Droll. You need high impact hand traps if you want to play into a meta where everyone plays tactics and talents. I should have probably played 2 Ash and 1 Imperm because I did get Impermed on Turbulence once and it made the game incredibly weird. I did have Crossout in my hand during that game and I was so mad with me that I didn't play the 1 Imperm and could Crossout it. Droll is fine, you know. Game 1, you just don't want to lose to some weird Manadium 3 trillion negate combo deck. And then the final card, which was MVP for me, was Ibli. You may have seen, and I've said it before, I don't play the Jet Synchron and Synchro package. I still think Ibli is king or queen. And the reason for that is all the board breakers that are flowing around, they're able to play around a board with Overlord and Baron. But some of those decks just die against Ibli. Moving on to the extra deck, I played 1 Lingoribo and 1 Almirage. They're important to go into SP with the Link. 1 Hita, then I played IP and SP. This card is absolutely cracked. I know everyone has been saying it. Yeah, you should really play it. You should really try it out. This card resolves so often. It's completely busted. I don't know why they printed this. This should have been Heat Leo. I didn't find one, so it's a unicorn. It did come up, so I was happy I played it. And then I played an access code. It helped me OTK twice. Then the 2 cards for the Ibli combo, 1 Beat Cop, 1 Puzzlemino. Basic idea is you make Gigantic by reducing the level of a monster, summon into his link zone, and in the end you make Beat Cop, target Ibli, tribute her, make her indestructible so they can't even dark hole it. Not that that's a very popular card. I played the 1 Anti-Zeus, did not come up once. Played the 1 Dweller, obviously for tier, and the Gigantic for the Ibli combo. And then I played the 3 Super Poly targets, so a little spoiler for the side deck here. Speaking of, I still like this card. Helps you out some random floodgate bullshit, summon limit, whatever. You don't want to get Tika Boot as well. Then here's the Super Poly. Came up once or twice. I'll continue to play it. Then I've played 3 Anti-Spell, everyone's favorite card. Did come up once, didn't help me, but just because I didn't draw it in other games. I played 3 Droplet. There was a really funny situation where I had a Dark Angel on field and there was a Dark Law on the other side of the field. With Droplet, you can always put away Dark Angel because it's cost. And you're also able to do it under Dark Law because it goes to the enemy graveyard. And Dark Law says all the cards that go to your graveyard will be banished, which doesn't include Dark Angel. So you can. So I did that, negated his Dark Law. Very funny interaction. Otherwise, I would have been cooked in that game. And then I played 3 Sphere Mode, arguable. You could play Lava Golem, Kaiju, whatever. You don't have to play Kaijus as well. These could be like Bestials and stuff. I just wanted to test with Sphere Mode. Very good decks right now, or some very good decks, do end up summoning a lot, and they do end up making a big board. Tier plays into this a surprising amount. Vanadium, obviously. And then there are some random situations where Flu does it or Pearly does it. But yeah, to be honest, it didn't come up once. Either I didn't see it, or I drolled my opponent instead of sphere moding them. So that's the deck, and now I just want to show you a very, very basic combo that you can now do with the Diabellstar Engine. You just need Diabellstar and any other card, so technically it's not a 1-card combo. So you go to the main phase, you special summoning her, you do this by putting a card to the graveyard from the field or hand, then you activate her effect, setting a Sinful Spoils spell or trap. Then you activate that, putting her and her to the graveyard, special summoning out a Hydrant, activate Hydrant effect, get Airlifter, normal Airlifter effect, get Emergency, activate Emergency, get out the Turbulence, tribute the Airlifter, and then you can extend from there. You can set 4 now, activate Alert, get Preventa, and then go into like the rest of the combo. And this only gets better, by the way, if you start the combo off with the Wanted spell, because if that's in the grave, you can banish it, target the Sinful Spoils spell, put it under the deck, and draw a card. So you're also going plus with that. So yeah, all of this plus then 4 set would be done by a single card. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. And if you did, leave a like, a sub, and all the good stuff. And I see you next time. Cheerio.